Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Yo, what's good? What's good? You already know what it is. It's the Evening Rush Network. The Evening Rush Show, excuse me. From 7 to 8 p.m. on the Evening Rush Network. There we go. I got a special guest in the building. What up, E Digger?
What's good with you, fam?
Rainbow could not make it, but it's cool. We here today. We're going to hold it down for her.
Right,
you know how we do.
Right.
I'm not used to somebody telling me. Because when I mess up, Rainbow's quick there. Bro, you messed up.
Right.
I'm used to having that by me. You know what I'm saying?
He's
you know
awesome.
What I mean?
Hey,
what's
Rainbow,
good, bro?
Shout out to Rainbow.
Yo, what's good, bro, man? It's good to see you.
Thanks for this.
This has been in the making for a minute, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody, if you don't know, E Digger is the owner of Charm City Direct TV and WLEO 26.7 online radio. Gotta drop a bomb for that one.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
How was your week, man?
Hey, man, my week has been eventful. That is my word for my week. Eventful. Very eventful.
So what was that? How was it eventful?
9 to 5, man. You gotta have that 9 to 5 to support your endeavor. I'm gonna leave it at that. But it was very eventful. It was a good eventful. Shout out to people who are back to work, of course, through this pandemic. Shout out to the people that is looking for work. There is work out there. You need to, if you can, get back to work.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. I'm an essential, so I've been working through the pandemic.
There you
I think I maybe took off like 2 months in the beginning, the very, very beginning, that March part.
Okay.
Due to anxiety.
Right.
I was nervous.
Right.
But my weekend was cool, man. I got to spend time with family.
Right.
Enjoy the kids. Do the normal 1-2 with the kids and everything. We really trying to stay from outside, man. My kids is finally trying to talk me into going to the movies.
Okay.
To see Venom, and I'm like, I don't know, bro, because I can't wear a mask the whole time in the movie theater. I feel weird. First of all, I feel weird when I'm at work.
Right.
Trying to wear this mask.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try. I might try. I'm still on the fence about it. You know what I mean? COVID is still strong. Gotta talk about real quick, Fat Joe Ja Rule. I had to take time and analyze. I didn't want to talk about it last week because I wanted to analyze. I wanted to sit down and really watch it.
Okay.
I didn't get to enjoy that in the beginning. First and foremost, not Ashanti, Vita and Little Mo.
Okay.
I think first of all they was doing a little too much, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Joe said what he said way before they came out.
Okay.
So he didn't necessarily have to be talking about them, but they took it personal.
Right.
So that is what I'm saying. I think they was doing a little too much, but the man still went above and beyond to apologize.
Right.
Do you feel he should have been forgiven?
No. Especially if they was doing too much. Now, I do apologize. I did not see it. I'm a type of, I'm a catch it on a rebound type of person.
Yeah.
I do remember the situation. I do remember him making the comment. I didn't see their part. Every time when I try to go back to their part of when they performing and when I was trying to get to the point where why did he make the comment, so to speak? But if he made the comment based off of, I don't know, and they took it wrong. I mean, this is Fat Joe. I mean, I have never known Fat Joe to bite his tongue.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So this is Fat Joe. So I mean, if they want to get, you know, technical, I mean, approach Fat Joe with that and be like, what did you mean by that? You know.
So that's the thing. Like I said, I had to watch it once that came out.
Right.
And like I said, he said that way, like maybe 3 or 4 songs before he actually they even came out.
Right.
He knew they was in the building. He also knew Ashanti was in the building.
Right.
So, you know, he didn't make, apparently he wasn't making a remark towards her. He gave her a Birkin bag. You know what I mean? So I don't think he was making a remark per se towards them two, but they took it away. You know how that goes.
Yeah, people are going to do that. I think that if it was said, you know, of course I would be in my feelings a little bit, but I'm gonna get down to the point of it. I'm gonna get to the gist of it, so to speak. Hey Fat Joe, look, can we talk about this for a minute? If you know, and try to get some clarity. You see what I'm saying? Before it escalates into something bigger.
But you know, also I think they wanted that. Well, I'm gonna go a little more towards Little Mo. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she was the one that was pressing it on Instagram and everything else.
Wow,
wasn't that way with Vita too much until after the fact. So I, you know, what I mean, once again, I think there was more. I needed some attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And Lil Mo strikes me to that person. I'm not saying that I don't like Lil Mo. I think she's a very talented artist. She's from Baltimore. But she just strikes me a little bit, just a little bit, as that person that be like, you know, just, you know, just don't want to take it there, you know. Let me see.
Well, you know, she's traumatized, man. She's traumatized.
Right. Because she's still I was watching her on Drink Champs. And she was still talking about the situation with her and Ja Rule about her not getting paid for a song. And she went in on that. I think they spent like 25, 30 minutes talking about that situation alone.
Wow. All
and
right.
I'm
So
like,
I definitely got to catch up.
Right. You know, as an artist, you know, have your ducks in a row. See where your money is at. But that happened a long time ago. This is now. So if you still bitter about that, then something's wrong.
Like I said, well, I feel like she's a little traumatized, especially with the boxing husband situation.
Right.
This nigga cheating on her 24/7. He cheated on her while he was on the show.
God damn.
About them reconciling.
Damn.
Yeah. Bro. So that's what I'm saying. With that situation, it's definitely kind of crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. But I give it to Ja. Ja did put the work in.
Right.
But he had more hits, of course.
Right.
We already knew that. Joe is by far better at podcasting to me than he is as a rapper right now. Because he's dropping B list.
Right.
I don't think he can hang with certain artists. He is still one of the greatest. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
But to mix pop rap with true MC hip hop, you're gonna lose to the pop.
Right.
You're gonna lose to the pop.
All the time.
I'm just sorry. That's just music and what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if he would have went against somebody like 50, which I felt they should have went at it, because I felt like if Gucci and Jeezy could do it, hey, why can't they?
Ooh.
But 50 just had too much. Nigga, he poked me.
Right.
I can't do it. He tried to poke me.
I think it would have been a fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
They might have had to put some glass in between them, a couple of security guards.
that COVID.
Yeah. You already.
Right.
So let me get up to what we really need to talk about, though. In New York City, due to COVID, a school in New York City was forced to close after its first week of classes. PS 79 in East Harlem will be shutting down starting Monday until September 28th due to the world spread exposure of COVID, of course. And they be doing remote learning. Borough President Gail Brewer announced that in a tweet on Saturday.
Okay.
I've been said this from the beginning. They rush these kids back.
Yeah.
Y'all know COVID is still strong. People are still dying from it.
Right.
And if you have that situation, why would you rush these kids back into hurt, harm, or danger?
Right.
And then as parents, you're forcing us. Because it's a force at this point. It's not even something we want to do. I'm good for remote. You know what I mean? But it's a force down. And the people that aren't sending their kids, they're starting to get ready to push towards, listen, send the cops. We're going to ACS. You got to get all of that involved. And people don't want to go through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These kids do need an education, but I think remote was fine. But
yeah,
I do understand the fact that they do need that time with other kids. You know what I mean? So I do get that, but there has to be another way.
Yeah, there's social.
There has to be another way,
so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Mine's personally, shit. I got 4 of them. They run together. They can bond together in this house. As far as I'm concerned,
hey,
remote learning.
I said the same thing. Here in Baltimore, I stopped. I had to stop and wonder. I said, man, they kind of rushing this thing. Like, okay, hurry up, get back in school. And then I was thinking about it on all aspects. Are they getting money for this? Is money per child? Because virtual learning, kind of I ain't going kind of it did work. For some of the kids, they were safe at home. Some kids had and it wasn't all day. I don't think it was all day for virtual learning. They had a break in between. They had, actual break like they was in school. So I don't know why that was like an issue, like why they needed to push them back in school, knowing that, we still in the pandemic. There's still a variant that's out.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, with the vaccine, without the vaccine, we're still not safe.
Right.
These breakthrough cases are starting to pop up more.
Right.
Now, I think here we're at 13 breakout cases.
Right.
Chris Rock just had a breakout case.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams just had a breakout case.
Ooh.
There was a couple of people that had breakout cases.
Olympic gold medalist. She just contracted COVID. I just saw.
Yeah.
So man.
Yeah. And like I said, these are fully vaccinated people.
Right.
So, it begs to wonder, even though we're getting vaccinated, is it still safe? Is something what are we missing here? You know what I'm saying? That, yes, don't, like me personally, I got it because one, I have all the underlying health issues.
Right.
That's supposed to, I'm supposed to be more safer now.
Right.
But where there gotta be something that they're missing that can stop this.
Right.
It's either that, but a lot of people once again are saying it's the money. Follow the money, you'll get the answers.
Yeah.
Follow the money, you'll get the answers, man.
Right.
But we're gonna go into the topic. What it takes to be a great podcaster. Ooh.
Great topic, man. Great topic.
Before we really jump in, let me shout out my sponsors real quick. Shout out to the gallery each and every Tuesday, 7 to 8 on CaribbeanPowerJam.com. Shout out to Plush Vodka. Yo, get that plum vodka. They also now got plum cigars. Definitely want to try it. I think they go good together.
Okay.
Shout out to Sands by Butter. She makes all the gear for the Evening Rush Network. Shout out to Gear Up on J Mac Lane. Any type of shirts, cups, mugs, anything you need, she can make it happen. Shout out to Chaplain Christina Winslow with the Cause of Concern Solution Network. You need any type of community service situation, she's there to help you. Shout out to Hot Commodity Cosmetics. Ladies, y'all need to get y'all beat on. Hit up Ella. You know what I mean? Shout out to Envious Creations, another amazing person. Cakes, snacks, treats. I just seen her do some chips, and she's also now making the Evening Rush Network shirts. So you can definitely holler at her for any type of shirts y'all need.
That's what's
and
up.
then once again, the most important to me, my sis, Miss Martine Felton. Oh my God, greatest reader, book writer, inspirational coach. Yo, I can't even say anymore. You know what I'm saying? She gave me a reading that your blessing. I gotta tell you that. But you know what I mean? So shout out to all our sponsors, man. Y'all are amazing. Please support them. They definitely are amazing from beginning to end.
Right.
So E Digger, tell me what's going on. The man, the myth, the legend, what's going on, bro?
And what can I say, man? Just pushing these brands. Yeah, it's people when you look at people who do podcasts and live stream, you think it's easy. It's not easy. I just want to put that out there. We make it look easy, but behind the scenes, it is not easy. Trust me. So that's what I'm doing, just pushing these brands, man. Charm City Direct TV, and little do a lot of people know, WLEO 26.7 online radio is not even 2 months old yet. Is barely 2 months old. I just started the radio side. And I wanted to start the radio side because two things. I love music, and just to hear myself on the radio. So that's one of the reasons why I started online radio, to pretty much balance it out. You know, when you say live stream, I think about TV, I think about visual. When you think about online radio or radio, I think about audio. So just have two components that pretty much give back or help people that pretty much don't know how to do this thing but want to do it. So that's the ultimate story behind both brands.
I think the biggest thing we have to explain is what is a blogger to what is a podcaster. Podcaster. You know, that to me is one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of people do.
Right.
They go on Facebook Live.
Right.
They're considering that podcasting.
Right.
And by no means that is podcasting.
Right.
That is blogging.
Right.
And there's a big difference. Podcasting is a lot to it. It's and see, I had to learn the difference. That was the crazy part.
Right.
It's a lot to it. You know, you see what great hosts like, you know, Charlemagne the God, and Angie Martinez.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Right.
These people are on radio stations. They started before they started radio stations, they started podcasting.
Right. Right.
To some degree.
Right.
And the podcasting situation and the radio thing are two different differences, because now they are like you just said, are the visuals.
Right.
The visual components are what people look for now, and they think because we put our show on Facebook that we're now blogging.
Right.
Which we're not.
Right.
We're actually running a show that's seen not just in one place,
right,
which is local.
Right.
It's seen international.
Right.
Other countries.
Right.
All of that is what we gun for.
Right.
What we don't have that is the support.
Right.
I think you start off with your friends and family. That's where your support system's supposed to start.
Right.
And then after a while it expands.
Right. Or it's supposed to.
It's supposed to, yeah. Right. Because the biggest support to me is word of mouth.
Amen.
You know what I mean? And this is what I tell my friends and family all the time. You want to support my show? Hit the share button.
Right.
Subscribe. When you're out, Tell a friend. Yo, listen. You know,
Right.
my nephew or my cousin, he has his own podcasting company. You know what I mean? Support him.
Right.
And this is one of the things I watched on your show that I like. You really put it out there,
Right.
and I was like, this is what I've been saying for so long, and nobody's getting it. And maybe it was the way I was delivering it, but when I saw the way you delivered it, I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I've been trying to say.
Right.
So, what made you start Charm City?
So
You said you started Charm City first.
right. I started Charm City Direct Radio show. And I started it just wasn't what it was, radio show. And by saying that, I was on different networks, online radio networks. And with that same mind process, that same mindset, I had over 2,000 friends on Facebook. And when I started Charm City Direct Radio Show, I said just as soon as I go online or start my show, all 2,000 people was going to tune in. Sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. And that was with advertising, word of mouth, sharing it, talking about it. I even went as far as, and I just had it yesterday. I had cards made, and I was passing my cards out in the neighborhood. I was going hard. Came Sunday, my first show, 1 to 2 people was tuned in. So right then and there, I was like, wow, all of my hard work went down the drain. Fast forward, I kind of, still going hard, still doing my show. And then I said, well, why not do a visual component? And just what you said, podcasting, vlogging, and all of that, I keep it simple and I separate the two because you're absolutely right. Visual, TV, live stream, audio, online radio. But now we come in an era or society where people want to see what you're doing. And even on the radio side, I implemented a video. I had a guy in the back of the room, video or recording while we was on the radio, just for people to see what we was doing inside the studio. And I took that idea and I said, why not talk to people in their element, like artists? Let's go to the studio. Artists, visual artists. Let's go to their studios, art studios, museums where they have their art hanging up. And I always separated the two: Charm City Direct Radio Show, Charm City Direct TV. It kind of got too much because you're doing the show and then you're going to this person and this person and this person. It kind of got too much, so I stopped doing the radio show. And that was another issue because I'm going to these stations and I'm paying them to host my show. 9 times out of 10, they're not really promoting my show. No shade. So I said, hey, I could do this. I could do this on my own. Save me a little bit of money and then promote my brand. I'm throwing no shade, to the people that I was on that station, but I respect them because they are trying to promote their brand as well. Yeah. So it's kind of like bumping heads. It's like, I have a brand. No, I have a brand and I'm on their station. So I left, no bad blood, no hard feelings.
Yeah. Same
so
here.
I went off and did my own thing. And that's where Charm City Direct TV was born, to go out and, talk to people face to face. And then I came to the conclusion that a lot of people don't like to come to you. They like to stay home in the comforts of their own home. And I understood that. So I created a whole virtual world right here, which allowed me to interview people cross seas, another state, another city, without them leaving, of course, their own, home. And that's when StreamYard came about. Best thing since sliced bread, man. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah.
God. And I caught it at the incubation stage. You know, nobody knew about StreamYard because a lady that I knew, shout out to Sharon, she was doing it. And I said, wait, woohoo, what is that? And I see a little duck in the corner, and I'm like, wait a minute, you know. And she said, man, you better hop on this StreamYard. And just as soon as I hopped on and I caught them at their beginning stages, they were real personal, you know. And I got on and it opened a lot of doors. I started meeting people. I started meeting, you know, people that was relevant into this thing, live streaming.
Yeah.
And I was pushing Charm City Direct TV. That's pushing it. So that's how Charm City Direct TV was born.
We talked about it, but let them know what Charm City means.
Charm City is the nickname of Baltimore. If you ever come to Baltimore, I say this a lot, you know, of course, people watch The Wire. It's not like that. Right. It's not like that all over Baltimore. Trust me. When you come here, of course, the first place you want to go is the harbor. I personally like Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is a part of is a little section in Baltimore. Is very artistic, architect, very, I call it antique. Beautiful. Some of the beautiful structures, some of the beautiful buildings that's been in Baltimore for years, like 1905 and 1902. When you look at The Wire, you don't see that, you know. But if you come and
you
visit
see the straight hood,
right, you're going to see the gutter hood. Now, if you want to come to Baltimore and you want to go to the hood, we can take you to the hood. But who's going to come to Baltimore just to go to the hood? I'm just saying. Yeah.
Fact. No, you're 100% right.
So that's why we call it the Charm City, because of our unique history, our buildings, our structure, our just the tourist town, so to speak. So that's why I named it Charm City. And then I didn't want to like dwell on the Charm City. I wanted to have something after that, of course, because there is a cable network that I get confused with all of the time. Charm, I think it's Charm City something. So I had to add the direct onto it, you know, just to separate myself from them and myself.
Yeah, got you.
So that's why I called it Charm City. Other than the radio component, my other network, WLEO, which is Leo. I am a Leo, born in July. 26
July Leo.
Right. 26.7. Say again.
No, I'm a Cancer, so in July also.
There you go. Shout out to the Leos and Cancers. 26.7 is my birthday backwards, 7/26. So put all of that together, and that's another thing. You got to be creative in this thing. If you're not creative, and you could tell, you know, something that you saw. I think it was you that said it fly by night, making this a hobby. You could definitely tell.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell. You could tell the people who put work in, who's been doing this for years, like yourself. When I look at your shows, I see the structure of your shows. I see the chemistry. I see your graphics and all of the time and the effort that you put into your shows. I definitely see that, and I commend you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you see that as a live streamer, as a podcaster, as a creative. I see that, but you could definitely tell the people who are creative and who just woke up, scratched their ass, and rolled out of bed and I want to do podcast, and don't know the meaning, the true meaning of the word. So the radio aspect of it, is audio for the radio network WLEO. Just to put it out there, I love music. And I also like talk shows on online radio. Is something about that, you know. So there you have it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break.
Sure.
We gotta pay some bills. Everybody that wants to get a podcast show, you know what I'm saying, this is how you do it.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Our sponsors are for the Evening Rush with Dawn and Rainbow goes as follows. Sayings by Butter, clothing done right. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Sayings by Butter. A Cause, a Concern, and a Solution Inc. by Chaplain Christine Winslow. Follow them on Instagram at team_Winslow. The Gallery online radio show every Tuesday from 7 to 9. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Get the book You Love, You Learn by Martine Felton, author and life coach. Visit www.martinefelton.com. Gear Up on J Mac Lanes. Visit them on Instagram and Facebook for your apparel and accessory needs. Looking for a good baker? Visit Envious Creations on Instagram. Call, text, DM, or email your orders. Have you tried Plush Vodka? Visit them at www.plushvodka.com to place your order. Hot Commodity Cosmetic and Lash Studios. Visit them at Instagram at hotcommodity_cosmetics. And those are the sponsors of the Evening Rush with Dawn and Raymond.
Yo, we're back. I got my brother in here, E. Digger.
That's good. Thanks for the opportunity, man. I appreciate this.
Yo, nah, listen, man. You know, one thing I gotta say is real recognize real, and you are a real brother, and I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Anybody that want to call in, you know what the number is: 929-441-2417. If you want to support the show, we definitely appreciate it. It's Cash App, $, the Evening Rush. You know what I mean? We're going to go back into what we were talking about, which is what it takes to be a great podcaster.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Oh, let me shout out, first of all the shows on the network real quick. Shout out to the Queens of NYC on Monday. Tuesday, shout out to Getting to the Focus. Shout out to Barbershop and Mike's, which should be coming soon. Of course, shout out on Wednesday to the Evening Rush. And I am Nicole Claire. Shout out to TL Mac Fitness on Thursday. Shout out to Plug. Also, they will be back soon for their second season. Shout out to On Everything on Friday. Hashtag Fire Fridays. On Everything and Sex, Love, and Alcohol. And then, of course, Let's Talk Crazy on Saturdays. You already know it's a busy schedule. We soon will be having finally a church show on Sunday, which I cannot wait because we have to give the Lord his blessing.
Yes.
So over there, I know you over there in Charm City, y'all definitely got shows.
Yes.
You want to shout them out?
Sure. Starting with Sunday on I'm gonna give you both. I'm gonna give you Charm City Direct TV and WLEO Radio. On Sundays, you can watch the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast with myself, the co-executive producer Terry Little, aka the Guru. The Knucklehead Chronicles podcast every Sunday at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, the afternoon flow with myself. Also, you have Real Talk with the Guru following the afternoon flow, 12 noon Central Standard Time, 1:00 Eastern Standard Time. And you have What's on E. Digger's Mind. And that is a show that whatever is on my mind for that day, I'm going to deliver it in my fashion. And you can watch that show every Wednesday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Charm City Direct TV. So those are the shows right now. Of course, more shows are being added every day. and just
the most important thing that you said on your show
Say
that
again.
I loved. I said the most important thing you said on your show the other day. It's for a fee. the word that scares everybody.
Right.
No, we're not asking for a lung or a kidney. No, we're not. Trust me. But we are asking for a fee. There's a fee because this doesn't. The lights, glamour, you don't get that for nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a lot of work.
It is.
The equipment alone is expensive.
Right.
And then especially because, with our show, we travel sometimes, so that makes it even more expensive.
Right.
So this is not easy, and people take that for granted.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things I always say. People take it for granted. They think it's 1, 2, 3. It's not.
It's really not.
The banners, these ain't free.
No, ain't. And this is a new one.
Yeah. They're not free.
It's not free.
You know what I'm saying? Cameras, not free.
Sure ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Laptops or microphones is expensive as hell.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? These ain't cheap microphones. So everything comes with a fee. And since we have to pay the fee, all we're asking for is a little fee from you to help keep the stations running. You know what I mean? And people don't get it.
Right. And also it helps with, advertising your show, maintaining your show, getting people acclimated and, eyes on your show. And it costs money to do all those things. Shout out to the graphic designers. Shout out to the people who are videographers, photographers who, make it happen, and those people don't do it for free. Shout out to the people that have friends that are graphic designers, videographers.
Oh, yeah. We got 2.
Bless.
We got 2. Shout out to Shice and shout out to Li. Both of them do a lot of the graphic and designing.
Right.
And like I said, like we both done said, it's not free. You know what I mean? But they are great at what they do.
Right.
And I'm blessed to have those 2 individuals on my team. I'm blessed to have them on the station. And they do what they do.
That's what's up.
So you know what I mean? So this is not easy. That's the first thing I tell everybody. This is not easy.
Right.
If you're gonna take this as, I'm just gonna get on the mic and I'm gonna say whatever the hell and don't worry, you're not gonna go far. You gotta make sense.
Yeah.
You gotta have you gotta put together everything.
Right.
From the start to the show to the finish to the show.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's not easy. Not easy at all.
Right.
Excuse me. But what else do you feel like becoming a great podcaster? What are the other things you need, I should say, to become a great podcaster?
You definitely gotta have the know-how. And the reason why I say that is I love to talk.
Yeah.
I love to talk. I talk when I need to talk. I just don't walk up to random people and start talking. But you have people like, you got to be able to know the facts and deliver the facts. That's the difference. Before I got into this thing, I was, and I tell this story a lot. And at the time I was mad because I was about to work with a lady who was supposed to be my manager. And she said, you say a lot. And I said, but what that have to do with me, being a radio host? She said, you look down and you say a lot. I can't work with you. And it made me think. And I like I said, of course, when a person telling you how to do you're going to look at them like, I'm just starting out. I'm cocky, Yeah. Listen, what's she talking about? But then it hit home. It made sense. If I'm talking to people and they are listening to me, I don't want to be fumbling over my words. You know, and the reason why I was looking down, I told her, I said, I'm reading. She said, no, you have to somehow memorize this stuff and deliver it to people. Be engaging and have those people engage in you. And I took that. Now, she didn't become my manager because she refused to work with me because of those aspects. But I appreciate her for telling me that, because if she was only looking out for money, she would have took me on and probably took my money and probably never gave me any type of advice, just to take my money. So I appreciate her. I appreciated her for that. And as you do this thing constantly talking and doing this thing, the better you become at it. Because I was a person who loved to talk but never talked. I didn't have an outlet to talk. So if I love to talk, I need to create an outlet to talk. And I think that's another reason you become a great podcaster. Now you all see the banners, the lights, the cameras, the monitors, the microphones, all that. But you got to have the know-how. You have to be able to be abreast of what's going on. And whatever it is that you're doing in your endeavor, what it is that you want to deliver. Do you want to deliver news? Do you want to be funny? Do you want to just talk about food, health? But all in those same categories, you have to know your content. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to do your research. You have to do your homework. And when I say that, like I said, and I keep going back to this, the people who've done this X amount of years. And you also know the people who just rolled out of bed, rolled up a blunt, and said, I want to do this. You could definitely tell.
Yes.
So that's one of the components of being a great podcaster. Anybody can go out and get equipment.
Yeah.
No matter how cheap it is, no matter how expensive it is. If you got a couple of $100 laying around, you want to get a little camera, get a little lights and monitor, laptop, you could do that right now. But what it takes to be great, what it takes to have longevity.
Yeah.
That's the word you don't hear all the time. Longevity. Yeah. Like yourself, I watch you. You're a person that do your research and deliver the content and know what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? And
it took time. It wasn't easy.
Right. It wasn't easy. It was not.
And bro, I'll be honest with you. This is not what I came in doing.
Right.
This is not how I started.
Right.
I started as an executive producer of a show, which we still call the Evening Rush, but I wasn't the host.
Right.
The host was Twin and Rainbow.
Wow.
And they had their DJ, which was DJ Cocoloso, and I was just executive producing of the show.
Wow.
I laid everything out for them to do, and this is what they did.
Wow.
At the time, Twin was sick with kidney disease. Wow. And he was like, bro, I can't do it. I'm going to dialysis, coming to do the show. It's too much.
Draining.
I said, okay, bro, I'm going to go get another host. Once again, I wasn't, nope, I didn't want to be a host.
Right.
I said, bro, I'm going to go get somebody, let them do the show. Got them, the situation didn't work out.
Wow.
I said, okay. Rainbow said, Don, what do you want to do? I said, I can't give up this situation.
Wow.
This is a great situation. I'm going to have to put my big boy drawers on and step up to the plate.
That's what's up.
5 years ago, that was done.
Right. And it's crazy.
this show. Well, now we're in our 6 years. Excuse me.
Okay.
6 years of doing this, and I've never been happier. This is where, like you said, you gotta know your research, but you have to put this in this. If you don't put this in this, you're wasting your time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I used to figure, oh, I can do an interview drunk, twisted. I ain't got to pay nobody really. I just got to ask a bunch of questions. I realized two things. I didn't remember half the shit they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was slurring half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't paying attention. So I wasn't engaging properly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Learning those techniques, learning those ways of how to do interviews, it takes time.
I was asked to come in and...
Do you remember your first interview?
I don't.
Wow.
I don't remember. I remember it was a young guy and he was an artist. And that was my first interview. At the radio station.
Yeah.
And just what you said, it kind of hit home. I remember, like I said, I was called in to listen to a show because they wanted to put the show on the network. And I went there. It was 6 guys. They all sitting around. And no microphone. I think it was like I forgot what kind of recording device they had. And we all know that, if you're not speaking directly into the device, it's outside noise. So I forgot what kind of device they had. I think it was a recorder. First thing I picked up, I said, this ain't gonna work well. The 6th guy came in with a big bag, 2 big bags. And I'm like, what is that? Bags filled with liquor. And pulled out a Ziploc bag full of weed. And I said, here we go. And I don't knock anybody for their content. I mean, if you want to drink, if you want to smoke, that's your thing. But why does it have to be that every single show? You see what I'm saying? And when they pulled out the bags, they all sitting around, they passing drinks. One guy's in the kitchen, he's yelling from the kitchen. And it was an hour-long show, and I'm just sitting there. One, I got a contact. They offered me drinks like 3 times. I said, no, I'm good. And then after all of that, they asked me the ultimate question. What do you think? I said, do you want the brutal honest or the smooth it over version? Because I could give you both. Give us the brutal honest, E, because I know you're going to. And this was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I don't think this is good. Right off the break. I said, y'all could have did one without the liquor, without the smoke. Dude in the kitchen needed to come out of the kitchen. Y'all need to have better devices. I was just going on and on and on. 2 people got mad. The 2 people got mad. The rest of them understood what I was talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right off the break. And that's another thing. If you're not subject to criticism, this ain't for you.
Yeah, because you're not going to get better.
You're not going to get better. If you have those people around you that constantly say yes without saying no, you're not going to get better. Not going to get better.
Not by a long shot. You're going to pretty much be wasting time.
Right.
You know? There's a lot of shows that I watch on YouTube. And you only give me, I always try to give people at least 15 15 minutes.
Right.
If you could keep me after that 15 minutes, that was a great show. That's a great show.
Right. Right.
I've watched this show 4 or 5 times because sometimes I'm in the middle of something, but
right.
Each time I watched it from the beginning to the end.
Right.
That was the engaging part because you knew what you were doing.
Right.
You know, there was another show that I've been watching, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I cannot never get past 15 minutes. And I don't want to put no shade out there because I don't do that.
Right.
But they have what it takes because it's 2 girls.
Okay.
They have what it takes. The problem is they start off on track and then they go all over the place.
Left.
You're all over the place.
I feel you.
And I'm like, yo, where's the content?
Right.
Where's the structure?
Right.
That's the main thing right there, the structure. If you don't have no structure, that is an issue.
You're lost.
You know what I mean? If you say, yo, this is the topic for my show, I understand people dwell off a little bit, you know, because you're in the middle of everything going through your head. But at some focus, at some time, you got to get it back. Boom. This was the reason. There's many shows I've had where we started talking. Topic was about one thing. We strayed off a little bit.
Right.
Some way, somehow, I pull it always back to that topic because maybe that little stray off still had something intertwined with the topic. These are the things, and I'm saying that because these are the things that make you a great podcaster. These are the things that lead you to become a great podcaster.
And I
know these things.
I commend people who host shows that have panels.
Yeah.
You know, you got 2 to 3 people, or you got 2 to 3 people, and you're the primary host, you know.
Yeah.
I commend those people because they are the ones.
That's our battle of the sexes.
Right. They are the ones who need to, like, okay, here we go. Come on back. You know. And then you have those people who always I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. You have those people that know it all. And they come in.
Preach.
You know, they come right in, you know, and nothing related to the topic, they just come right on in. Or they talking about it and well, you know, back in 19 something, nothing to do with the topic. Yeah, because you know, when I was doing this, you know, and it's not about you, bro. It's not about you, sis. You know, it's about this topic and us getting through that show. So I commend people with panels that you have to maintain that focus. You know, I need to I need to keep you engaged in that 15 minutes because that 15 minutes is crucial. So yeah, I definitely understand what you're talking about.
But this is, you know, bro, and I commend you. I'm gonna tell you why. You do some of your shows by yourself.
Right.
Not too many people can do that.
Right.
Not too many people can hold an hour show.
Right.
By themselves. Or 30 minutes. 30 minutes sometimes by themselves.
Right.
They're all over the place. They lose track of the time. Like that's one of your main things.
Right.
People will start their show, jump right into the topic. Bro, like you just blew your whole topic.
Right.
You blew your load. You blew your load that quick. No, kill some time. Slow down. Enjoy life, man.
Slow down.
Enjoy it. Like this is a beautiful moment.
But the sad reality to that is when you tell people that, they get offended. That's the sad reality as a because I also do consulting, you know, for people who from equipment to topic to structure to I do it all. And I'm brutally honest, you know, and you would be amazed at how many conversations I had where people got mad at me because I told them, I said, where's your content? You went left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lost me. There were some shows that I sat there and was like, man, this is great. But then there were some shows that you told your topic is about dogs, and you now talking about Yellowstone Park. Has nothing to do with dogs. Are you taking your dog to Yellowstone? Is that what you want? You lost me.
I need, yo, Cat, get me back in focus, man.
Keep me back to that dog. Is it to Chihuahua or a Shih Tzu? Like what? You lost me. But when I say that, you would not believe how many people get offended. But you came to me for constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. If you all surrounded by yes people in this thing, you need to have some no's. You need to have at least about 5 no's. The rest can be yes, but you need a difference of opinions sometimes.
Fact.
To say the ultimate question, what is it that you're doing? Are you really ready for this? You need to hear that from that no section sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the yes section is going to tell you everything what you need to hear every day, all day. But that no section is going to be brutally honest. So you need to have balance.
To me, that's the ones that's going to help you.
Right.
I'm working with somebody now on their show.
Right.
And it's the constant. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, you done said, I know what you're saying like at least 30 times in the last 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I've tried so many ways to tell him, no, listen, you can't say that. You gotta think of other things to say, please. I don't want to hear you know what I mean, if you say it once or twice, it happens. 30 times, 15 minutes, bro. Maybe this ain't for you. Maybe you got to think about it. Either this or you're going to have to learn to listen. The constructive criticism. It's there to help you. So, you know what I mean? These are techniques, like I said, people need to definitely check on. I believe we need to definitely have this show again, me and you.
Okay.
Because we're coming on time.
Right.
One thing, where do you see yourself in the next year and a half?
I've been saying this. I want to be a household name. And it's getting close to that. I haven't. That's the one aspect, and that's because of time. And when I say a household name, I want to be in somebody's living room. I wanted people, to actually say, "Hey, have you checked out what's on E Dick is Mine? It comes on at night, don't it?" I want to be that person. Live stream and podcasting and everything is cool on a social media aspect, but I feel as though that I think I paid the dues long time now to let's go in some homes. Let's see what that venture is like. I'm ready for the work. I'm ready for the journey.
Yeah.
Roku, Apple TV, Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick. That's what I mean by,
Yeah, well, I mean, we were on Roku for a minute. I just realized not too many people have Roku.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm leaning towards Revolt TV.
Okay.
I think that's the platform that's gonna take us to the next level, bro.
Okay.
Fire Stick. I once again, when you think about it, when you look at your Fire Stick, you mostly look at movies.
Right.
How many people watch podcasts on
Fire Stick? Yeah.
On Fire Stick.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had to revamp that whole situation because I was like you. That was where I wanted to go.
Okay.
But then I had to sit down and say to myself, how many viewers am I actually going to get from that?
Okay. Understood.
And remember, we putting money in this situation because you got to pay to be on these networks.
Right.
But then I looked at actually, sorry, it was Drink Champs.
Okay.
Drink Champs went from YouTube to Revolt TV.
Revolt, yeah. Okay.
And now their show is way more better because now the visuals for it are better.
Right.
You're getting that better quality.
Right.
So, you know, that's definitely where I want to reach to. And, you know, like I was saying to you earlier, I want us to do it together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know when we're ready to make that announcement yet. We're 100% working together. We're doing this. It'll drop.
Okay.
But I look, you know, right now you are my brother. Anything you need from me, just to ask.
It's same here, man. Same here.
We can sit down and go at it. Yo, listen, let's put two heads
right.
work together. We got two great networks. And you know, let's make it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So my way of going out is, how do you want to go out today? What's your final thoughts? That's what it is.
I guess my final thought for people, and especially for the people that's watching, who I believe that after watching, you know, certain videos, when you watch this, my final thought for anybody that's trying to get into this is, do your research. Really, really, really dig into your research. Now, I'm not telling you to go to the library, pull out a book. I'm not telling you to write, you know, essays or anything like that. You can find all of this information on YouTube University. You can ask people that have podcasts, but be very careful about that. You know, like I said, know the difference. Know the people who have been doing this for a long time. Know the people who just rolled out of bed and scratched their ass and picked up a microphone and start doing this. So know the difference between that before you ask. There's resources out here. You know, I know a lot of people right now. Two people just asked me 2 days ago who saw my podcast or my, you know, my live stream, my studio, what have you, and said they want to do this. And I told them, you know, and for those who have the network, don't be too proud to lend that information. Because you got some proud people out here. You got some people out here, but like, yeah, I know I got this. You know, they need to come to me. You know, I don't need. Don't be that person. You see what I'm saying? I believe that knowledge, wisdom, all of that goes a long way if you help someone. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to get into it, do your research. If you are that person that have the information, who have the resources, who have the network, be that person to lend a hand. Be hands-on if you can.
Yeah.
Put out videos if you can to help people be better. So that's my final thought.
Well, I'm gonna go out similar. But I'm gonna say, you know, you got two excellent networks right here, Charm City, DirecTV, the Evening Rush Network. We're both willing to help you with your needs of podcasting. And we're not local. We're international. So you definitely want to check us out. I gotta just shout out my bro, Rel. He just started his own podcast show. Rel Raw and Uncut. So check that out on Anchor. You know what I mean? Great dude. Get to know him. So he started his own podcast. So definitely check him out. I appreciate, once again, everybody checking us out. This was a great show. You know, when you with a brother that knows what he's talking about, you're going to appreciate things a lot more. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you check out I Am Nicole Clear tonight at 10 o'clock and at 9 o'clock. She's on from 9 to 10. And, we're going to do what we do. We're coming up to the day of, Fresh passing away. So you're definitely going to see a lot of fresh face on the screens. And, I miss you, bro. And love is love. We going out like we always do with my bro Fresh. My nephew told me I'm a king and that crown fitted. You can catch me in 1,000.